If you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. That's a Somali visa. Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo...
Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, I greet you all seekers of justice, I greet you all. And I thank you for coming here to watch us again today. Please, I will be showing a lot of, I'll be touching a lot of things this afternoon. I'll be touching a lot of things. And I wish you just come here. Don't just rush out, because we'll be touching a whole lot of things. Please, remember to share this video. Remember to like it. Click on the subscribe if in case you have not. If this is your first time, subscribe to this channel. You will be getting truth, nothing but the truth. And also get notifications by clicking on notification button where we have something like bell. So we kick it off now. We'll be using a lot of videos to teach here today. I want to start by thanking all of you who have been very supportive in donations and all moral support, standing with us, not shaking a bit, who are very resolute, who are strong, and want to do anything possible within human powers to help us get Biafra. I thank you all. Today I want to we'll be touching a lot of things. We will start with a video released by Dr. Paul Enenche. Dr. Paul Enenche, also like many other people we have shown in the video before now, as a minister today, that's why he's different. We've been using politicians and political elites, the elite class, but today we are using Paul Enenche and many other people. Paul Enenche here was able to tell us the truth, which is that all these politicians are witches. They are wizards. They don't care about you, that they are going to do anything possible to have their way into power. They don't sympathize with you at all. They have nothing like empathy. That is what Paul Enenche told you. So that people who will do anything possible like this to have their interest secured are only witches and wizards. The people who can do anything possible to have their way, it's wizards, it's witches. And he pointed out that these politicians you always fight for, either they are from this party A or from B, that they are wizards, they are witches, that they have a heart of Satan, that they don't have anything human in their hearts. They have no good thoughts for you. And my only disappointment is where he was indirectly preaching to paint a particular person saint. He never mentioned it directly, but he was trying to tell you this other one did not. When this one happened, they don't come around to sympathize with the victims, and I want to falter him here. I want to falter Dr. Enenche here. That the fact that there were casualties in Bayelsa State, flood victims, and here and there, and P2B went there to sympathize with those people because of their victims, IDPs in Benue State. P2B came to sympathize with them. So that is what distinguishes him amongst us. I want to point to him that Emilokon, I think, was the first person that went to was it or your village when there was a bomb explosion in a particular Catholic church. He went there to sympathize with them. So how many times before the heralding of this election, 2023 election, did P2B go around sympathizing with victims of casualties of all kinds, including terror in Nigeria since? Did he see P2B going to sympathize in 2017, 2016, when the whole Benue State was on rampage, we were ravaged by terrorist attacks? Did P2B ever go there? Now his election is very close. He becomes a very noble statesman, and you say you are very intelligent. You see, our pastors are part of our, I think they constitute 70% of our problem. That is the truth. So you see why we cry. When they take their position, they want to influence the masses to take their position. So all of their followers now have to key in. Due to we are so deceived by religion. We follow religious leaders like sheep. We don't have the mind of our own when it comes to religious leaders. They are telling you now that P2B, a lot of them are now telling you that P2B, they forgot that this P2B was not sympathizing with people. There is nothing to distinguish him from the rest of the politicians who only come to eat in the public with the masses, to play with the masses, go to the destitute homes, identify with them, snap pictures, because the election is coming around. What will distinguish P2B from Osibanjo, who have been very notable for going to sympathize with victims of terrorist attacks, who will always go to sympathize with people who are going on mass burial, yet he will never condemn a government that condones such activities? Going to sympathize with them, this same P2B has not gone to this village in Enugu. If it is not a political movement, has he gone to Enugu because he believes that he's from Igbo extraction? So no matter what, his people will always support him. Has P2B visited the Enugu villages that have been on rampage attacked by terrorists? I'm supposed to be more peaceful in this video. But you know, when Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, okay, you need to listen to Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka. He just came back. Well, he refused to be shut up. He refused to be shut up. Listen to Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka, just a little. Listen, Mbaka.
It's only in Nigeria that the court can set somebody free and the government will say, no, keep the person. So in this mass, we lift our hands and pray for the full release of Nnamdi Kanu. Fewere chukwa kanisia. Oyi bembegare. Begere ibe ha bere n'azụ. Igbo Igbo na-atafu ihe a na-amarọ isi ya. Ụmụakwụkwọ amangazi, ndị ọrụ amanga, Monde akpọchi ebe niile. Ndị na-acha ya ọ gbasara ha, they don't care. How can you say you don't care? But you are a leader. You must care. So we put this as our intention.
You can hear Mbaka. You can hear Mbaka very clearly. Since the court have said, do this. Since the court has said, do this, release him. There is no known law that can keep him there. He is very free like anyone who is free in the street. Why are you holding him? They are holding him just to prove a point. That the Igbo race have no voice. That the Igbo race are powerless. That the Nigerian state's government and governance has been surrendered to the hands of the Fulani. That was why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was crying out into. You know why we call him the biggest prophet? That is, he told you, P2B is going nowhere. I'm telling you. Of course, election, you are what? Count days. Election is not taking place anywhere. The people are not going to allow that anymore. A lot of our people are tired. They are tired. Onyendu told you, Nnamdi Kanu told you in the year 2020, he told you that there won't be anything like election. Mirina Amoru. That is the era we have entered. All of these people ganged up to. How do you want to? How can we be in a system that doesn't allow the rule of law to prevail? How do you expect us to remain in a country? That's not possible. When Nnamdi Kanu was telling you all these things, you were taking it for a bluff. You never knew he was a prophet. Tell me all of his prophecies, the one that have not come to pass. All of those Fulani political elites who said over their dead body will Biafra come. These are the proofs for you to know that Biafra is coming really this 2023. All of them that said over their dead body will Biafra come. You see, it's getting over their dead bodies. So they can't live to see it. So they have to die. That's it. So it's not human being doing. There is a divine hand in it. When it's in them they can't around, yet all these things are manifesting. Did he not tell you in 2020 that time will come, you will go to bank and to access your money, you will not have access because Nigeria is a total first state. For some of you who have not gotten if Onyendo has a message for all of us.
And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo
they go and get your Somalian visa
of destruction, and there is nothing
because
man can do to reverse it.
The kind of nefarious fate that Nigeria will be facing from now onward will be so disastrous that Somalia will be better than Nigeria. That's what he said. Are you not seeing it? When the financial institution is under heavy attack, the commercial banks are receiving attacks every day. Look at it. See them. See series of attacks. See them. Watch for yourself.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Nothing. Just chop with your leg gently. Bele.
No be small matter. They use naira now, they buy naira. The money no even deal. Wanna see them? Wetin wey dey happen to everybody na queue be this o.
He's a prophet, you know. Watch for yourself. That's why we told you that Onyendo is a prophet. All those things he said are happening here in your very eyes. Before your very eyes. Have you not seen it?
This is precisely the new currency.
It's
happening.
They want to have their way into power at all means, at all costs. And it doesn't ring a bell to you. Look at it in the bank. That was why Kiss Daniel sang a song some time ago. He said you will sleep, we wake up in their bank. In fact, you will even be doing night vigil in ATM. You are waking up in the bank. Oh my God. You will sleep in the ATM, you wake up in the ATM. When the prophet talks, you listen. You see, in as much as Nigerian government keeps Nnamdi Kanu there, the kind of damage Nigeria will record on daily basis, that is how
Nigeria
God
is going
to
through
give us
an effort to raise the new currencies. But then compare them to the next clip. Now, this is what is happening in another arena, where the new currency is being stuffed around like some piece of tissue paper. Touched around by who? By non-working Nigerians. While the real working Nigerians, the ones who make this country happen, are struggling to get as little as 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira from the ATMs. The question you ask yourself, where do these girls get all this money? What kind of system do we run when loopholes are created every day to punish the straightforward, hardworking Nigerian? What kind of nation is this? When will this change? Is that going to be a legacy we're going to leave to our children?
It is a spiritual assignment. heavens are in charge. Heaven is in charge. In a lawless state like this, you want us to remain? See, a Senate president that did not look at Lawal, declared winner of primary he did not contest by a court that is supposed to be of competent jurisdiction. When people cry that judiciary is the problem of Nigerian state, some of you will not believe. There is no facet of Nigerian life that is not a problem. They say to me. No facet. You see, a man did not contest, was not in the primaries. A man that was in primaries that won the election had been silenced and be removed by court. Another man in another state won election clearly with over 400,000 votes. A court came and passed a judgment that Beavers recorded overvoting of how many percent? And because of that insignificant percentage, a man who was ruler, who was leading, who led and won, eventually won the election, was removed by technicality. The technicality that put the killings that is responsible for all the killings in Imo State today. And somebody is saying we will remain in such a country so that we will keep electing people, we will keep doing election, accepting election where leaders are imposed on us. They will impose administrators who will help the caliphate to administer their will. No, you are not getting it. That man that is telling you to go and vote, you go and vote, go and vote, go and vote. When these people begin to demonstrate excessive powers under the supervision of the caliphate, he will run away. He will have to shy away, remain dumb, deaf and dumb. He will never comment. And he will tell you to go and vote, you go. Of course, going out, you know, it is all left for you to decide if you want to, because I'm very sure that Biafran youths are not going to allow anything like election. They are not going to allow anything like election hold, because there is nothing like election. Election doesn't hold. After, I will give you, Onyendu has a message. Onyendu Mazin Namdekano has a message. You will watch, you will listen to his message. It will have to, I have to revive your lost, your damaging memory cells. You need to get them back to life. Somebody will come to national television. I will keep saying this thing, that Nigeria will never work. You will come, you will hear that snake swallowed money, monkey swallowed money. National, we're talking about a public fund, that a clear duping, clear act of criminality is justified. Somebody say that Bullion Van just missed way, and he missed his way and had his way in Buhari Tinubu's compound. And who is even going to fight it? A president whose children will be flaunting wealth anyhow? A president that will use public wealth to travel all over, make sure he visits all the countries of the world twice every year? A president that wants to treat himself with public wealth just like they want to replicate again. You want to go in an election where what you are voting doesn't matter, they will tell you your vote counts, just go out there. And when you go there and die, they just goes back to their shells. And next season, they will tell you to go again. And as stupid, as lunatic as you are, you want to go. And these people telling you go do this, do that, a lot of their family members are outside the state. They want you to go. You are hearing, you are preparing for 2023 election. That they are not telling you, INEC is telling you that the person that must distribute the electoral material is Tinubu's associate. Oh no, INEC, people kept crying foul, pointing there. If you remember, some of you who are following up, you remember what happened to during the Jonathan when Abba Amoro, Gosdo Rubebe was crying. Before the election, God's Rebbe was crying, pointing at this one. These little underage people, 12 years old children are given the PVC, while old men in the southern Nigeria will have to queue for 2 months. Yet a lot of them will not get the PVC. Children, they go to schools, primary schools, and give children PVCs to vote. God's Rebbe cried on you still went to do the election. Hypocrites everywhere. You know that what you are going to do that day doesn't count, and you know there will be records of casualties. People will die in this same cause. You are telling them to go. You know clearly that this is not working. This is not producing it's not giving any good product. It's not giving any result, and you want people to keep dying over issues like this for nothing. Every year you want to go, you tell them to go and elect. For over 20 years you are doing this election. You have the worst state in Africa. For how many years you kept doing one thing? You kept going to election. Now that Oluomo has been assigned by MNK against all cry by people of Lagos, by Yorubas, that if this man goes there is no need calling it election. You should just tell them you have appointed Tinubu to be the president, that they will be okay. And you are hearing it. The P2B you say you are defending it, seeing it all. That's why I tell you that man knows that P2B clearly is not interested in any presidency. He is only doing, P2B has some properties that has to do with some kind of his mischievous requirements and which he has investment there in Europe. If he didn't come, if he didn't oblige to, he will lose all his assets in Europe. That's why he's out here. Listen to me. P2B is not coming to win election because he knows he's not winning an election. That's why all the cry by all people of all tribes against inconsistencies, protecting his own interest, though. He didn't care. He doesn't care. That's why he can't make any case. He don't push anything. He don't attract public sympathy or attention to such issues, which are very sensitive. Now people will lock their market to go and register for get PVC for him, and some cabals will make it open that the Igbo people should not be allowed to be given PVC. He will hear all these things. He doesn't make any move, take any move to fight it, antagonize it, even do his very best, at least cry out. P2B is not doing any such thing. And you say he wants to win election, he really wants to go. You know, when Wazirika was telling you P2B is not actually coming for presidency, to him, he felt he would chicken out at that early stage. No. He's coming out, he will stay to the end, because if he's chicken out at the early stage, it will be obvious. So Britain will still, Europe will still seize a lot of his assets there. You think he is very smart. He is a serpent. I am telling you. Take P2B. You are hearing it. Oluomo is to be in charge of distributing the electoral materials. And you know who Oluomo is to Tinubu? You P2B. People were forced to wear Tinubu's apron in Lagos. P2B didn't cry. People were given 8 years to 12 years. Children were given PVCs. Niger Republic people were given PVCs in Katsina, in Maiduguri, in different states of the northeast and northwest. P2B didn't bother. When even youth core members were videoing it, trying to protect him, he didn't cough. He knows he is not really coming from. He's only protecting his own loot. His ill-acquired wealth. You will hate me, I don't care. After all, in few weeks to come, you will see it. It will happen to your very scene, before your very eyes. The election rigging, as we are speaking now, as we speak, some of them now are rigging it, or I'm sure he might not be aware. They are rigging the election in Ihiala now. The election that is to come. Alarm was raised earlier on today. People, they even are ready to swear affidavit to that effect. In this primary school, what do you call it? King's, Our Lady's primary school in Ihiala. They're rigging the election. Election that is still weeks to come. They have started rigging it. You see, why Onyendu cleared you on all these things? Earlier on, we were not confronting these people. We were only using our words. It's just all this broadcast we are making, and because it is the interest of the people, it is the opinion of the masses. That's why it's making wave today. Everybody is crying all over the world. Listen to this. Listen to this. This video will be more than 1 hour. You have to watch it. This video will stay for last more than 1 hour. Even a white man here is talking about Biafra.
There's a new force of nature at hand, stirring all over the world. They are the young people whom, frankly, we have failed, who are angry, who are organized, who are capable of making a difference. They are a moral army. And the most important thing that we can do for them is to get the hell out of their way.
That's the Europe have dealt with their own is to this election, this our date we have fixed, 32 days remaining. They say their obligation to Europe now. Listen to it. I think it's an important thing to point out. This man is telling his brothers, he is a politician there, that the best they will do for us is to stay clear and allow us to do whatever we have to do. Because they have been responsible for our failure, our folly, our nefarious fate. They have been responsible for the pains we have suffered all these years. For how many decades now? Everybody's crying. Everybody's talking Biafra in the world now. Master Simon Ekpana is going on international news media's interviews. He's called on meetings now by EU and all of that. You think we are still joking? And you, till this point, you know about this. You are still thinking we are joking. I don't know what it is that is wrong with you people. Something is fundamentally wrong with you. I don't know what comes to your mind. You were warned that a day like this will come. Everywhere is commotion. Nothing is working. People are now buying money naira with naira. Can you see that? No more need for a special bureau to change. The problem now is that people are buying naira with naira. If you want to withdraw 10,000 naira, you will have to now withdraw 15,000 so that you will take 10,000. You buy with you get you pay 3,000 for 10,000 naira. Your own money. Is that not unheard of? You think it is not a smart move? Okay, you that want us to remain in one country, can you see a clear double standard? Can you see a clear unequal treatment? The Nigerian court, which is supposed to be competent court of jurisdiction, told you that Nnamdi Kanu is not guilty of any charge, any offense. That he should be discharged and acquitted immediately. How many months now? He's still held. The first one in Umuahia declared him. The Federal High Court in Umuahia, in fact, even gave a fine to the federal government. One was 500 million, one was 100 billion. And again, in Abuja, all of these court orders have been thwarted. In fact, they are paid deaf ear to. But just 2 days ago, or 1 day ago, the court now ruled that the use of naira should be extended till further notice. Immediately, the federal government obliged. Even though for them to know that the commotion everywhere is spiritual, it didn't stop the destruction in every part of Nigeria. Now, listen to El-Rofai and how he is with so much authority, so much guts, telling you that nobody will cough, that the courts have ruled, and that is what he must do. So nobody should bother changing the old naira again in Kaduna State. In Kaduna, yes, in Kaduna. Listen to El-Rofai here. Listen to him.
Kuma gashi tare muke alƙawarin nan duk wani ɗan jihar Kaduna da ke da tsohon kuɗi daga nan zuwa shekara 4 in dai an zaɓi APC uba zai mayar masa da kuɗinsa zai tabbatar. So ku daina canza kuɗi kuma ku gaya ma kowa a daina kai kuɗi banki in kai sayarwa da ka karɓi tsohon kuɗin an baka ku daina cewa sai sabon kuɗi za ku karɓa kasuwancin ku zai tsaya abin da ake so kenan. Ku gaya ma kowa jihar Kaduna duk mai tsohon kuɗi ya je ya sayayya. Ku gaya ma kowane ɗan kasuwa ya karɓi tsohon kuɗi. Nasiru El-Rofai da Uba Sani da Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu sun yi muku alƙawari in har an zaɓe mu wannan tsari za a canza shi.
That is for some of you who are still chanting one Nigeria. Hey, wait, we will be better. We will be better Nigeria. We have not gotten Biafra already. They are fighting. This one, is that how we will? Who will rule? Tell us. Ndiara. Onye nduzi Chineke kpọkwu n'ọkụ. Chineke kpọkwu n'ọkụ there. Because of what is a social, it is just social that there will always be the differences. That there are differences does not make none. Can't you see why everybody is watching Simon Ekpa's program? We know what we want. We know what we are doing. Because God is with us. No matter what squabble internal differences we have, we will resolve it, and leadership comes with tussle. We cannot take everyone's opinion in a struggle era. When we get our government officially no more in exile, we will operate like a government that is legal. Then democracy takes place. They will bring all kinds of things to infiltrate your consciousness. They bring all gossip, all blackmail to penetrate you, and you will always fall for all those their cheap blackmails. How unreasonable can you be? How unreasonable? According to Paul Enunche, we just admitted to be slaves. We just admitted this is a case of slaves romancing with their chains. They are happy with their chains. Slaves who are in love and protecting their chains, which has kept them bundled down to captivity. That's what different people are. Okay, no here ngwere n'ụzọ. Onye nke na akọ onye nke na akọ nka. Na akusasịrị. How can you know be observing all these things? You are seeing all these things, all this development. I saw that this Lawan is there in the news. He's there in the news. Lawan is now the potential APC candidate. A man that did not take part in the primary. We want us to remain in a country of anything goes. Chineke kwele hoja. How do you want to change? How do you want to patch Nigeria? As if you don't know. In fact, it's very annoying. The message from Mazen Nandekano is what you need to listen. He told you go and better prepare for your Somalian visa, because the Spirit of God is angry. He wants to save his people from this kind of dilapidated society, rotten. How can you be in a society like this and you think you will ever make any progress? You think you will ever be any better? No, let's just reason these things out. Okay, please, just give me just 3 minutes. We allow an election again, no problem. Election held. People are declared winners because they are not elected, and one of these persons is Hope Uzodimma, which is Uzodimba. He's elected. One day, Voma, he's elected. He's elected. Let's just assume he's elected. And just like that, everywhere. Or, say, one Kelechi is elected, but swapped with Hope Uzodimma. Now you go to court will say it is this person. So, do you think that if Peter Obi goes to office, today he went to office, he will remove the governor that was elected alongside with him? With what power? Even a military officer self can't do that type. That you are a military in command. Now you are the national military in command. You are Jakubu Gowon. You will not go and say Hassan Katsina will not be a major in his own zone again, or will be fired from the military, as if he doesn't have loyalists. The power that the president who is elected have is the power that the governor who is elected have in the state. Even though, so if the one at the center is assumed elected, so the one at the state should be assumed elected, but they are not elected in the first. Now you see that if you continue Nigeria going on as a state, nobody will ever grow. Now, what we are trying to point at now, tomorrow the wickedness of Wike who is elected will feel that he's not happy that you are his opponent or he had any one thing with him. He will use his executive power to come and smash your hotel, and he will say it is not in urban planning. What will you do? You say there will be a development in a. There will be, you will ever develop. Oh my God. How will you develop? That in a state where anytime you fall out of favor with any executive, you are gone. Whatever you have is gone. He can render you useless forever that you can hang yourself. That's a state you want to remain. The state is sitting on a time bomb. Very soon it will resort to an absolute anarchy state. But before then, it will be better we go our separate ways. This is what we are pointing at. When you say this election should hold, and MNK announces this selected, you have no powers. Then if some of these selected don't fall in favor with the caliphate will use the judiciary tomorrow. You who want to go to this election, who do you have in the judiciary that will reverse whatever the caliphate chooses and deems worthy? Who do you have to go and reverse it? So you will endure for a whole period of 4 years, after which they will be returned again. You will have to wait again. You are not waiting as if now this one is not as if you know that there is any Messiah that is coming to save you from after the next 8 years. That is why we will never get better. Can you get it? We will never get better in this situation. So of course, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th have been declared sit at home with curfews placed on certain areas. And for some of you who say they are very strong enough, they can violate that. You can do whatever you please. Whatever is the consequences or consequence, you damn it. You face it. Enjoy it. You can manage it. But marakwa marana ufonya de silo amni. All these intellectuals everywhere, they are following up, at least they are literate, they are following up everything, they are following up all the development. They know clearly that it is the will of the caliphate that prevails, even in their own states, respective states. Let Ben Ayade tomorrow now wake up and oppose the presidency. well, I cannot mention the Fulefu there in Abia State. Let him wake up to confront the federal government. They are in fear. So why do you want to remain in a state where the person that is supposed to be your elected, that is handling your mandate, is afraid of a force from another land? Because he knows he can't contend with them. So if he can't contend with them, how can he protect your interests? How can he protect you? When they say it's happening here in this village, he's helpless. According to the Bazo everywhere in Abia, he said when the Nigerian army came to strike Nnamdi Kanu's compound to attack, he wasn't comfortable with the arrangement, but he was so helpless. That is the chief security officer of a state. And you want election to keep on going in such a state because you think if you have your P2B in your dream world in Asurok, that P2B of your dream world will come and be the governor of your state, where the constitution that has empowered the chief security officer, who is the governor, whether or not you are the one that put him, even 100th position person can be made a leader. No matter, you can cry blood. The caliphate don't care. Cry them a bucket of blood. They don't care. Let all the youths in the communities die one day. They don't care. Their will must certainly prevail. That is what will be your fate forever as long as you want to remain in Nigeria. But of course, we have able and capable leaders whom God has raised to stop that evil. But it can't continue to go on. Some of them who are bluffing, who told you that they are fighting Biafra with you, and they are telling you to your face that they are going to bring 25 healers from Abuja, their papa house, to come and force you to do election. And some of you are not perturbed with that. It's not a shocking development to you. It's not disturbance to you. Soon you will know. You need to get the feel. You know, Mazi was telling us some time ago why some people are now beginning to cry because something have reached their own home. The terror have gotten to their own home. The terror affected him that he began to revolt. People like T.Y. Danjuma and you go on because the terror visited them. Yeah, they started crying. They have not seen it. They have not seen it. That is the game now. Woto boom boom. Woto boom boom. You said you have your eyes, you have your brain working. Somebody is telling you he is bringing things from Abuja to come and force you to do election. And it's not disturbing you. Somebody told you they are Haneze. They write petition you will support against a man who is helping to fight your battle. And they say they are bringing a bounty on the head of the man who is trying to fight, protecting you. And some foolish people are willing, they were really willing to collect the money and carry out the assignment like they did on Onyendu. That is the height of mental slavery. They have casted on you. They have reduced you to a poor mental entity. You don't reason well again. Brain drained. You need to listen to Onyendu audio voices.
Had we boycotted the elections, they would have blamed everything on us. It is the trust of IPOB. That's why PTOB lost. That's why Atiku lost. But we lifted it and delivered the entire Biafra land to PTOB and to Atiku. Knowing fully well that Fulani will say no. Only Kanu State is more than the entire Biafra land put together, the number of efforts. That's how foolish people are. Those of you that said you will stick to the structuring or no election, that was the best position you could have taken. But given that you are black African people, you never stick to your guns. Once they came calling with money, with inducements, you fell apart. That was why black people from Africa is the only race in the world domesticated like an animal to work in the farm. Some of you don't know this. That the earliest forms of, should I say, organized or primitive mechanized agriculture was either a herd of cows or, should I say, donkeys pulling the plow through the farm or the workhorse. As soon as they discovered black people, they retired the donkey, the horse, and the cow. Black people from mostly West Africa became farm animals all over the world for nearly 300 years and counting. We did that for a reason. That is to highlight our collective stupidity as a race. I say it without any apologies. People are so foolish, it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Of course, there are isolated incidents of personal brilliance, or should I say flashes of brilliance. That's what there is to it. Collectively, we are morons and idiots. Somebody from Sudan, to make matters worse, somebody from Sudan who is not from Nigeria, somebody, an impostor who come to your land and lead elections and you can't do anything about it. It is a shame and a disgrace. I feel sorry for you people. I feel sorry for you people. Honestly speaking, your only savior is IPOB. If you have any sense left in your brain, from tonight, everybody should identify with IPOB, and within 2 weeks, you see what will happen. That's all you need to do. Within 2 weeks, you will see what will happen. You will see what will happen. Some of you, dear friends, that left this very struggle because of your, what you promised, because of your PVCs. And some of the very hopeless Nigerians, I call them the PVC people, especially those of them from Igbo land. They were very, very vicious in terms of their attack against IPOB. Their left hand imaginary was attacking IPOB. How foolish they are. They are not complaining, everybody's complaining. The election was rigged. Of course, I've been telling you that since 2014. It will be rigged over and over again. It will be rigged. When Jonathan was being pressured by Barack Obama to leave office, I was on air telling you that Barack Obama is on the phone pressuring Jonathan to leave. I also warned you that the then Buhari, who is now dead and buried in Saudi Arabia, like every other jihadi around the world, like Morsi of Egypt, I made that very broadcast and deputy was find it and play it. They want to, listen, the Islamic Brotherhood wants to get into power, but once they get in, they don't want to leave. They claim they are coming via democracy or via democratic means, one man, one woman, one vote, and all the rest of it. And that is what they have done in this room. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Your so-called useless international observers, what have they done? Absolutely nothing. That's usual. Anybody could have predicted what they were at. Yes, election held, there were isolated incidents of violence and disenfranchisement of voters, but all in all, we think the election held. Because they've given them money. The same thing they do with ambassadors serving in Nigeria. I've said this many times. They bribe the ambassadors. Every ambassador in Nigeria is bribed. British High Commissioner, American, but they are all given bribe to keep quiet. They they see evil, they cannot speak. Soldiers are massacring people on the road on a daily basis. They cannot send a decent report back to their home country. The excuse is always, if Nigeria is destabilized, the entire region, rubbish, absolute bunkum. Soviet Union collapsed, the world did not collapse. How much more the tiny, extreme, ignorant, backward, zoological republic? Soviet Union collapsed. The world did not come to an end. How about a very insipidly corrupt, festering, nonsensical contraption like the zoo that the British created? Russia. Soviet Union collapsed. The world did not end. There was no nuclear war, nothing. What is this nonsense that ambassadors and diplomats keep sending back to the Western world? If anything happens to Nigeria, it's a regional power, it's the most populous country in Africa. What is pure nonsense to justify the enslavement of nearly 200 million people? Because they bribed them. So you people don't know. Every ambassador serving in Nigeria from a respectable country is today a multi-millionaire, because your useless foreign affairs will go and give them money. That's all. So Army can come on the road and kill IPOB family members, nobody will talk. Army can go and massacre Shia, nobody will talk. Dafiki could be held incommunicado for 4 years without trial, nobody cares. The same thing to El Saksagi. People can be rounded up, kidnapped, anybody can be taken. It doesn't matter. Life continues as usual. All these things happening tells you about who you are. That you are a black person and that you are infinitely stupid and useless. I say it all the time. Infinitely useless and hopeless in this shoji transition. They think they know something, they don't know nothing. Isn't it very simple? Isn't it very, very simple? Stand on what you said in the beginning. And I say it tonight, only if. I'm not saying that you cannot be president if you want to be, or be to be vice, but only if. I send the ferry, Pandef, Ohanese, Middle Belt, only if they had held on to what they said initially, which was no restructuring, no election. Do you know what the British are? Because within that move to restructure the system, they would have built in safeguards that would have prevented election rigging as part of the package. Very simple and very neat. But these same people, it is our suffering people who have planted them, most of them. Nobody, the pastors are saying, use your PVC. And I said, you cannot vote out a tyrant with PVC. It has never happened in Africa before, and it cannot happen again. Jonathan left office because he was not a tyrant. The people just don't understand it. Somebody that overthrew, or in his name, the civilian government was overthrown. Buhari is now dead in Saudi Arabia, but where you all can see the pictures, you all can see the difference between Jubril and Buhari, but you all pretended somehow, we don't want Nnamdi Kanu to be right, we don't want IPOB to be right. Because of that, when you see the truth, you see the truth is no longer the truth. And that is why you're suffering. How many people died? We shall get to that later. Only if they stood on their restructuring or no election as IPOB. How many people we are today? Never. Because once the West and the East, Middle Belt, says no voting, if you don't restructure, the issue comes to a halt. Forget all the nonsense, only people can vote and we declare that we know that useless logic already. Where are we now? I have voted, haven't you? He is leading, Jubril is leading, the Sudanese man, Jubril is leading Atiku in some states by 5 million votes. How do you get to make that up? You're only 200 million, and it's taking you nearly a whole week to announce the result of the elections because people vote and the results are written. That's what they do. And you know that, I know that, the whole world knows. Do something about it and you say no. Allow Biafra to go? No. Change your voting system? No. And you come back and you're complaining. Take a useless set of people now acknowledge. We have known, haven't we? Always do. You were pressuring me to lift the boycott and I lifted it. Because you will blame me. And not only did we lift it, we made sure that the entire Biafra land voted for PDP, didn't we? And it's okay. So people came out and voted for PDP. They said that's their preference, that's their choice. So how come you still lost? Because you don't have the mettle, you don't have the balls to stand up to tyranny. Only IPOB can. I believe that I'm still on record as the only person that stood up against the tyranny of Buhari when he was alive. I'm not sure any other person did. When they came to my house to kill me, some of you black monkeys were busy jumping up and down and celebrating. That's how useless some of you are. Very, very hopeless and useless. You don't appreciate nor understand a principled stance. You don't know the meaning of it. Had all of you stuck on to no restructuring, no voting, this nonsense on Saturday could not have happened. It's as simple as ABC. And the worst was that you actually agreed to do it. But when they started flashing naira around you, you capitulated. You did it. Very sadly. Mandin Buafukuna Bari, useless set of people who cannot reason very well. They can't reason, they cannot think. Their brain is fatuous, very empty. They can't reason. They were shouting all over the place. When the soldiers came and were massacring people, our own people, on the streets of Bayelsa, streets of River State, nothing, they couldn't do anything. Because they've solved their conscience. They have none. They are just empty barrels. All they do is to make empty noise. They can't do anything. No one takes them seriously. How can you win an election against a cabal of Fulani? Have you noticed that the Sultan of Sokoto have not said anything? The Emir of Kano have not said anything. No, don't worry. They will announce Jubril as the winner. The fact they say, let's move the country forward, let's work together. We are one country, let's unite. They contribute nothing to the economy. Absolute zero, nothing to the economy. But they're there living it large. Not that they have anything to offer. They have nothing to. I keep saying it. Show me one country run by a Fulani man that is developed. One, name one. That's why it's zero. Of course, they cannot be. Because they are wicked and they are evil. In their heart of hearts, they are a wicked set of people. Very evil, I'm telling you. Look at what they have done to you. Was there any gunfight in Kano? Any gunfight in Sokoto? Any fighting? Even in Boko Haram areas, they were the listening votes. 4 million for Jubilee. In Boko Haram areas. Unbelievable. But in the south, there was war everywhere. They incited the useless Yoruba Muslims to attack people in Lagos, to attack Biafrans. They came down to our land in Bayelsa, in rivers, shooting people, killing them in broad daylight. Asking you, what can you do? When I say, let's come together under IPOB and fight this common enemy, he said, no. He insults the elders. Where are the elders now? Where are they now? That's how useless they are. How can you win an election against the Fulani cabal when they control the army? They control the navy. They control the air force. They control immigration. They control customs.
You can see why we cry.
They control civil defense. They control road safety. They control INEC. They
See why we
control
cry.
judiciary. And at their back is Yoruba media. You know, Punch and the Tribune and Nation Yoruba.
Tell me the very prophecy of Onyendu that did not come to pass. He told you, and all the things he told you are always, they are happening today in your very eyes.
They will always support them. You think Yoruba has Yoruba ever voted for you before? I've never voted for you before. But I'm sure that I've voted for Obasanjo. Obasanjo lost Yoruba land. But Biafra, Southeast, South voted for PDP to make Obasanjo the president. We are a consistent race. We are consistent. Don't mind all the idiots, unless I'm the governor, they're useless. I keep saying it. They have now seen that all those things I've been saying from day one is correct. You did it them the job, or else they can't give you anything. You have to hold them in a very bad place. They and they deliver. If not, they will never, ever, ever. Because they don't reason the way you do. They are too parochial, too selfish, too tribalistic. They will never, ever. That useless one Nigerian mantra doesn't apply to them. So they understand it better. That is why all their slaves they appointed in our land, they are giving them Senate tickets. And they can go. They are favorite slaves. If you want to enjoy Kasa Fulani, and then we'll give you a ticket as well. And sadly, most of your so-called useless elders have joined them. How sad that is. With all these security apparatus in their control, how can you people foolishly were looking? They took away the Chief Justice of the Federation. Now, if that wasn't a warning bell, I don't know what is. Using idiots, make noise. If the CJN, I said they will do nothing. They will do nothing. Because when they came to kill Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB, you did nothing. When they took Dasuki, you did nothing. The same CJN they removed, when they took El-Rofai, detained him, he did nothing. All the judiciary could have done to save everybody is to say, we will not go to the courts until you obey the law. Very simple thing that people do all over the world. But because people are Nigerians, you are stupid, you are born into hopelessness and stupidity. That is why your life is the way it is. The same man that refused to protest the illegal detention of Dasuki, the man that failed to protest the illegal detention of El-Rofai, today he's been removed himself. Do you see how blacks is? Do you see where we blacks are backwards? Do you see why? When the white man was running South Africa, things were moving very well. Now the difference to we black people, South Africa is in a mess. I speak the truth. You may not like it, but it is the truth. If you don't like it, go to the market tomorrow morning, buy a very strong rope, look for an honest tree and hang yourself because you're foolish anyway. There will be one less idiot on the earth. Because you don't like the truth. Yes, you could mean land, but I must preach it. Because you could carry my son, I must preach it. And that's what I'm doing. I don't write what I preach. I come and it comes to once I'm behind this microphone, I am under divine instruction. Everything I say comes to pass. Everything. You will vote, but your vote will not count. Has it not happened? So, if not, it's not the kind this thing they're doing, this miscreants, all this thing that we have, okay, now we have voted. We will under the whole result. You've seen it now. But God have somebody at gunpoint say you must declare me the winner. So I will go to say you must. And the most of it is that, in fact, to their credit, the Nigerian media was reporting it live that the resident electoral commissioner in Imo State is under hostage. They are holding him, they are asking him to declare that result. Everybody knew what was happening, but kept quiet until he was declared the winner. They said everybody was declared the winner. They said, don't stop Carlo Kinabi. And you're telling me that we are normal. He doesn't respect you. Check your Congo, respect the Congo. You behave like a fool, I'm going to respect you. You must be drunk. You're drunk. Then I said, you must have this. The professor of God, you must have the decorum. Check the whole alcohol. No, nothing. Have you seen the results? Have you not seen it? What is going on? Have you not seen it? I ask you. No, it's true. Yoruba is the problem of Nigeria. Yoruba is bad for Nigeria. I feel sorry for Middle Belt because we are going. They will take over the land from them. Yoruba cannot stand up to defend the truth. Instead of Yoruba to fight, Yoruba is busy attacking Igbo businesses in Lagos. Telling people not to vote. Preventing us from voting. When I say people should sit at home, they say, oh, he's asking them to disenfranchise them. Now we said go and vote. They came out to vote and Yoruba said they will not vote. And all of you saw it and you're pretending you're one Nigeria. You're a hypocrite and lower than animal. They opened their border with Nigeria, you tried it along with the Republic. And then I'm asking people voting in southern part of the zone. and in Biafra land. How do you hope to win? People need to do this. How are you going to win? Please tell me. And Amaka, I want you to post on my page immediately the video of people complaining. The video is there that the election was rigged. Yet an international observer will write and say election was free and fair. Only in some areas there was some leakage. Voter materials came late. In Habakko, in Anabihanam, people, we black people, we love to deceive ourselves with lies and half truths. I am not one of those people. Any day I pass on, of course I know I'm going to heaven. I'll ask the Almighty Creator of the heavens and the earth, why did you even bring me close to Africa? Why people don't listen very well? The people that don't listen very well. I used to very beginning. Please, including online. The influx of Al-Majlis alone from Niger, from Chad, from Cameroon, and Benin Republic will make any southerner or a Negro like Atiku to lose any national election. People of the soul, the animals that call themselves Nigerians must stop being stupid, narrow-minded, idiotic, and downright useless. A Sudanese man, Sudan.
This one will leave Southeast in shame. He will leave Biafran land in shame. He left. The other one said over his dead body, he will live to see Biafra come to pass. He said he will die before the Biafra, and the man died. All of them that said that died. He told you that the north will be overrun by terrorists. Is it happening? He told you that Peter is not going anywhere. You are seeing it. Virtually, your bank, you will go to bank to collect your money, you will not have access to it. You look for your money, you will not see. It's happening today. And you are asking me why the envious channel television people are asking you why they are questioning even the envious, the most envious this one Tinubu said TVC, telling you why is he too important to the peace of Southeast? Why is Soludo and the rest why are they saying Nnamdi Kanu must be the one, his release must be the only thing that can bring restore peace and security in Southeast? Is it that important? How the other one say, I don't know why they are celebrating a man who virtually is responsible for terror and you've heard all kinds of envious comments in Nigerian national televisions. Very envious people, very envious, very, very envious. They are always looking for a way to demean the man, to make him unpopular, to sell him in bad manner to people, to the public, to the world. Unfortunately, the more they try to paint him as not really worth the level that he is placed, the more people see him more relevant. The world see him more relevant, more important, more useful, and that you can't discuss peace in Nigeria without him. He paid the price, and heaven is maintaining him as a man on divine assignment. Heaven called him. Heaven called him. No matter your jealousy, all of you who are chanting be obedient, you will be blind to all the developments. You can see Al Hassan Bawu. The man you say you are in Bauchi, that is, we take the northeast to you, they will do this one for you. He has decamped. He said there he is not seeing any light, just like the way Peter Obi's vice, Dati, the way his brother is telling you Peter Obi doesn't have any chance. They are telling you that. They know that nobody in the political sphere in Nigerian state is standing for the interest of the ordinary man. Nobody take it home. No single body, not excluding P2B. None of them. That's why we have to end it now. That's why we cannot continue to live in a state of lawlessness. How can we thrive? How can we become better people? So we'll be jumping around the world, traveling, and be treated with so much disdain and inhumanly everywhere, including nation states. That's the thing you want us to keep doing, wandering around the world when we have the illiterate Fulani spearheading, managing, and running, pretending over you. That's what you want. But not me and you now. We need to go into an organized state that will be free of Western interference. That is why I have continued to tell our leader now, Simon Ekpa, that we must have to tilt much towards the Eastern Europe. We will tilt towards Russia. We will call on Russia because it is only the likes of Putin that will have the balls to hold the bull by the horn. You can't just keep romancing with people who never mean well for you, dancing around the Western Europe, who are looking for even the little beans you have in your pot. They will take it because you are lesser human to them. Why are they coming to tell you how your election will be? And why are you being too foolish to go to them to present your political manifestos? How many times have they presented their manifestos to you? Because you accepted to be a lesser human. Very idiotic people in nature. I don't know why black people are like this. Check India, who is rated as a third world nation like you. Just how many years ago? They told you that they cannot make any progress with having the cliffs of Britain. And you know your enemy, you are running to him. And there are intellectuals everywhere. And you are clapping. When they go, you clap. You say, hey, this one can talk. And there are everywhere. He can talk. You will follow him. I am talking about ordinary India. Ordinary India we are talking about. And today, you can see India's position in affairs of things in the rating of the countries that are even stronger than many states in Europe. India you are looking at. India, they classified third world state. And you want us to be, you are the enemy. You are the enemy, you who is calling for election again. Catherine Alaini is calling for election to hold. Your common sense did not tell you that it is because they hate you. It is because they want to keep robbing you. Anyways, bye for today. Subscribe, share, subscriber. And of course, click on the notification button.
Hey, look,
recommend it to people. Watch. We need to know why we are avoiding these elections. We need to know why. Not tomorrow you will come to tell us, we did not do this.